a metal worker has some ingots of metal alloy that are 20% copper and other that are 60% copper. How many kilograms of each type of ingot should be the metal worker combined to create 80 kg of a 52% copper alloy? तो यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने जो G है वो अजूम कर लिया मास ऑफ द 20% एलॉय, M इक्वल्स मास ऑफ 60% एलॉय. तो मास ऑफ जो टोटल एलॉय होगा वो होगा G प्लस M इक्वल्स 80 आउट ऑफ 100. इन मास ऑफ कॉपर 0.2 ग्राम्स प्लस 0.6 M इक्वल्स 0.52 इंटू 80. और अभी हम लोग इसको सॉल्व करेंगे G और M के लिए. G हम लोगों ने मेंशन किया हुआ है कि मास ऑफ द 20% ऑफ एलॉय एंड M इज इक्वल टू मास ऑफ 60% एलॉय. तो ऐसे हम लोग इसको सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. सेम यहाँ पे सेकंड एग्जांपल लेते हैं हम लोग ब्रेक इवन प्रॉब्लम्स के लिए कि सपोज अ मॉडल एयरप्लेन क्लब publishes a newsletter. Expenses are $0.90 for printing and mailing each copy plus $600 total for research writing. The price of the newsletter is $1.50 per copy. How many copies of the newsletter must the club sell to break even? तो इसमें सबसे पहले हम लोगों ने अजूम किया कि x equals the number of copies, y equals the amount of dollars of expenses or income. Expenses are printing cost plus research and writing. Then y equals 0.9 into x. X is the number of copies, so 0.9 into x. And total number of copies multiplied by 0.9 plus 600. And 600 all the figures are in dollar. So 600 is the amount of research writing. So income is price times copies sold, so y equals 1.5x. To find out how many copies you need to sell, then we have to solve for x. Now we can summarize the answer in complete sentences. 3. What are 3 ways to solve system of equations you have to solve? Secondly, identify 2 elimination strategies. And first, solve. Suppose an antique car club publishes a newsletter. Expenses are $0.35 for printing and mailing each copy and plus $770 total for research and writing. The price of the newsletter is $0.55 per copy. How many copies of the newsletter must the club sell to break even? You have to solve this question. Now here we have to see how do we solve the system with 3 variables. An equation in the form of ax plus by plus cz equals d is linear equation with 3 variables. Linear variables are x, y and z are the variables. Example, x plus 2y minus 3z equals 9. So here this is in order triple format. -1, 2, -2 is a solution for the system. So -1, 2 and -2 must satisfy in all the 3 equations by putting the value of x -1, y 2 and z -2. So we can simply what we can do here, we can solve the equation for equation 1 and 2, meaning we have to eliminate the simplest method is we have to eliminate the variable from 1 and 2, same the variable from 2 and 3, and now we can solve the resulting equation 1 and 2, 2 and 3 by solving 1 and 2 and 2 and 3, and the equation transform into 2 variables equation, and now we can solve 2 variables and by putting the values y and z or x and y or x and z in the third equation, and we can solve x, y and z. Now this is the second example. and here we have to see some steps here. There are many ways to approach. Yes, it is. The central idea is to take the equations and eliminate the same variables from both pairs. Yeah, as I have discussed right now, that we have to transform equation 1 and 2 or 2 and 3 or 1 and 3 in terms of two variables, and then we have to solve for both the variables, and we have to put the value of two variables in the third equation, and now solve the resulting system of two equations in two variables and use back substitution to find the value of the second variable. This is also a question for practice. X plus 4y minus z equals 20, 3x plus 2y plus z equals 8, and 2x minus 3y plus 2z equals to minus 16. Here in example 3,